We are a minute, or almost 3 minutes in to this one, due to some technical issues. Scored the first basket, Memorial scored the next two, and we are at 42 at the 5-minute mark. And Gould, my goodness. Look at the great pass from Emily Greenwood to break that 2-2-1 full court press. And then Jordan did the right thing and made the pass to her teammate. Got the layup. That's Grumblatt. She's turning and elbow caught the chin, I think, of Erin Fleury. This time the foul will go on Erin for not giving her quite enough room. Grumblatt picked up an offensive foul early in this one, pushing off of Erin to try to get her away. A little bit of contact on that shot. Rebound will stay to Memorial. Central started number 5, Emily Greenwood, the 5'10 junior forward. Number 15, Jess Lewis, the 5'6 senior guard. Number 23, Bree Hamilton, the junior forward. Number 24 is Erin Fleury, 5'3 junior guard. And number 32, Destiny Jordan, the senior forward. Memorial countered with number 5, Jess Carrier, 5'3 junior, who just came off re-injuring a left shoulder, I believe. Number 11 is Elizabeth Barrientos here with the ball, as a matter of fact. 5'9 sophomore forward. Number 12 is Janessa Burnett, 5'9 senior forward. Is Lewis with the 3. Greenwood with the rebound. Down along the baseline. Had some company down there. Couldn't drop it in. Number 22 with the ball here is Tamara Gould, the 5'4 senior guard. And number 23 is Lyric Grumblatt, the 5'9 senior guard for Memorial. Central coached by Mike Winters. Memorial by Greg Cotro. Here's Gould. She's made one long 3 already. This is Brunette's game. She loves to get in the lane. She'll go to the basket with either hand. That left-handed offering comes off. And we're at 7-4. 10 mark. Here's Lewis again for 3. Of Gould. It will stay Central basketball. Fleury. Nice look down to Jordan from Greenwood, but Destiny couldn't convert. Memorial takes over. Gould kind of snaps it over to Barrientos. Oh, great defense by Hamilton. She just stood her ground. Barrientos tried to half spin away from her, and as a fake, I think, and then went back the same direction she was going, and there was Hamilton having not moved. And she ran into Bree. And Elizabeth picks up her first foul of the game, the second on the team. That's where Central likes to have the ball in the hands of Emily Greenwood. And Gould, Gould bumps, it's bumped by Lewis. Grumblatt's not happy with the bump. I don't really blame her too much. And it ended up down low. Might have kind of rolled an ankle or fell on her knee a little hard. But don't let the 5'4" height fool you. She's tough. Is Miss Gould. And a very good free throw shooter. All right, Lewis is coming off. It may have been her second foul. On comes number 11, Emily Hobars. And who came on to replace Carrier? I think it was Lauren Bartnicki, number 1. Second one comes off. It's batted around. Hobars comes away with it, or does she? No, tied up. That'll stay Memorial basketball on the possession arrow. Gould to inbound. Memorial in a box. Got a look here for Ryan Moran, number 4. Grumblatt gets that. Rebound. Here's Brunette. That's a double dribble. I do not know the names of the referees. I do recognize them. Maybe I can get that at halftime. All right. Greenwood snaps it in the middle to Hamilton. She doesn't catch it cleanly, but picks it up. Gets it to Fleury, and Central can set the offense. Oh, man. Travel. Once again, I didn't see it, but that means nothing. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Memorial leads 8-4. Here's Lyric pounding the ball, kicks it out to Bartnicki. Now to Brunette. She's looking. Gould with the 3-pointer. Looks like Hobart's had a handle on or a touch on the ball. Ended up off of her or her teammate. Hamilton came over. Hard to see from here. Bartnicki to inbound. Out to Tamara. This is Grumblatt. This is Gould. Got a lane. And we got a foul. She'll shoot 2. I think it was on Emily Hobars. Her first, team's 3rd. That was a little too easy. As Tamara found her way into the goal. Got hit on the arm in the process. She's got them both. Makes it 10-4. Memorial. Hamilton to Hobart for distance. She's got it. Oh, what a rainmaker that was. Way up in the air. Dropped it through. There's the long pass out of bounds for the turnover. All right. Here comes Chloe Allen, number 10 on for Memorial, along with Barrientos back on number 11. All right, here's Hamilton. Jordan might have traveled, and he does get it. That time I saw it. That is something that has bugged me for a long time in the, especially in the pros, of course, but in the high ends of college too. Player will come out to catch the ball, and he'll put 1 foot down, another foot down, and then a 3rd foot down, backing away from goal, and not gaining any advantage. And I often find myself reversing and putting in slow motion my television at home to see how many steps they get to take. But at this level, it probably is going to get called. There's a pass snapped over to Greenwood from Fleury. Central players are on the floor. Greenwood for 3. Well off. Barrientos with the rebound. Looking for some help. Gets it in Gould. 15 seconds left in halftime. Gould has it back. She'll take the lane. She's looking for contact, and she's going to get called for the foul. Bartnicki took the blow that time. Gould may be listed at 5'4". If Hobars stands beside her, you'll see she's just a hair shorter at 5'3". It looks like Central's just going to let the quarter go. I'm not sure they know it's time to shoot. Well, then again, they're going to work it in for a close-up look. They don't get it, but that was a good effort for sure. And we end after 1 quarter. Memorial leading 10-7. And that clearly is a low-scoring contest. Memorial is averaging 54 points a game, and Central 49. But both teams are allowing about 40 points each game for their opponents. Three fouls on each team here tonight. Grumblatt has found her way to the foul line. It's made 3 out of 4. She also has a layup, and I think she has a 3 as well. So she's accounted for 8 or so of Memorial's 10 points. Lyric Grumblatt is probably their high scorer. She has been or found the company of Erin Fleury defensively. And that had actually freed up Gould. All right, here's Jordan for Central, starting the second quarter. Looking for Hobart's, I guess. She gets there. Hobart's just a freshman. That's 5 of Central's 9 points off the bench. 1 point Memorial lead. Down low to Barrientos. Not a bad effort from her. Rolls off. There's another little hop as McKenna Schneiderman, number 33, on for Central. Had to give a little hop that time. That was a hot pass. Fleury put a lot on it. And Schneiderman really couldn't catch it too cleanly. Oh, Gould and Barrientos. She can't pick that up. That's a violation, indeed. It's confused a few people, but that essentially was a pass to herself. And that is a violation of the rules of basketball. She thought Gould was going one way and passed it that way, but Gould went the other. And then Barrientos, who made the pass, went and collected it. Nice look down low to Destiny Jordan. Her left-handed offering won't drop. And we get a held ball. That'll go to Memorial this time. I think that was Bartnicki who got her hands on it. Here comes Grumblatt and Ryan Moran back on for Memorial. It's been a bit of a rough and tumble affair here. I'm sure these girls know each other. They played here in the Christmas tournament. Memorial winning. And of course they know each other from club teams, AAU teams around the city, I'm sure. Here's Brunette doing what she likes to do. Greenwood's going to get called for something. I'm not sure what she did that time. I don't even think she reached. But it will be a chance for the conventional 3 for Janessa. That is her bread and butter. Get the ball, get into the lane, slice through one way or the other. She will go with either hand, prefers the right. And that time at the expense of the junior Emily Greenwood. Memorial lead up to 4, 13-9. Lewis does enough to maintain possession. She threw it back in behind her back. And I'm not sure which one it was. It might have been Ryan Moran. One of the Memorial players, all she could do was deflect it out of bounds. So that worked out well for the Little Green. This is Schneiderman. Lewis rebounds. Her shot is blocked. Hobarts will inbound. Lyric will knock down the inbound pass, and Gould will come away with it. Chandler goes right. Kicks it back left. Barrientos gives it back to Moran. Here comes Ryan. Gould. Barrientos doesn't have that mid-range jumper, I don't believe. And we get a timeout. Coach Cotreau, he didn't like that offensive set, and I don't blame him. It was going nowhere. His team leads 13-9 at the 6:02 mark here in the second quarter. These two teams will meet again in 2 weeks. Or make that 3 weeks. I believe it's the 28th of February. Might be the last day of the season. This is the 7th of February, 2020. Just a few days out from our New Hampshire primary. All right, Gould. Looks left, directs a little traffic, but then goes right to Lyric Grumblatt. Fleury trying to keep up with her. Now Fleury switches on Gould. Brunette to Lyric with distance. A lot of hands on that rebound. Here comes Hamilton, and she ends up tripping over Gould. Gould tried to get out of the way at the last minute, but she had put herself in the path of Hamilton. And that will be her second foul, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's what the scoreboard is showing. And she'll come off the 5:39 mark of the second quarter. 13-9. Memorial in a man-to-man, and that pass is knocked down. Ryan Moran gets it back here. Kicks it into the corner for Brunette. The jumper will go. Janessa does it with the jump shot. That's a good look to Hamilton, not to Lewis. Has it taken away by Brunette. Brunette looking around. She doesn't want to go coast to coast, it wouldn't seem. She picks out Lyric Grumblatt, who drops in the three. And just like that, Central is doubled up. 9-18 at the 4:54 mark. Two quick buckets off of turnovers has got Memorial up with its biggest lead of the night. 9 points at the 4:54 mark, second quarter. And that is Memorial's game. They can score in bunches. They come here. I'm not sure if I had a chance to even tell you that Memorial is 11-1. They sit in the third spot in Division I girls. They lost only to BG. Unbeaten BG and unbeaten Merrimack. Both teams are ahead of them at 12-0. They are playing tonight. Those two will learn a bit more about who's who. The Central girls are at 8-3, also having a good year. Barrientos will probably get that foul, as Jordan was going to the basket. Destiny will have 2. 15 foul on Memorial, second on Barrientos. Soft touch from Jordan, rolls it in, and here comes number 32, Sierra Banks, a 5'7" sophomore, on for Memorial, taking Barrientos off. Jordan gets a couple needed points for Central. Memorial leads 18-11. This is Brunette. Oh, good defense by Fleury that time. Take away a good look, really, from Grumblatt. Here's Greenwood on the other end. Grumblatt forced it up anyway. And the result is a 10-footer from Emily Greenwood, making it 18-13 as we get to the halfway point of the second quarter. Barrientos, left-handed, got it. Memorial is not pressing picking up in their defensive end. Thought it was a man-to-man. Now I'm not sure. It looks like a zone. Greenwood down low to Jordan. Jordan, the left-handed offering, well off. Rebound to Banks. Banks has it knocked away from her, but it goes to Grumblat. What a look across court to Brunette. Her shot comes off. That's definitely a foul. And Janessa helps Miss Greenwood up, having knocked her onto the floor. No malice intended. First foul on Brunette. 6 now on the team. We'll shoot 1-1 on the next foul. Here's Erin Fleury. She goes right. Gets it to Hamilton. Hamilton loses the handle. Here comes Brunette downhill. Hobars chases her back out to the 3. Good job by Emily. Ryan with the running right-hander won't go. Hamilton comes away with it. And Greenwood gives it off to Fleury to set the offense for the Little Green. Ooh, down low. Good pass. Tough shot. Emily Greenwood couldn't get it to drop. Hamilton almost knocked it away from Brunette. In the corners, Bartnicki. That will have come off Sierra Banks. It'll be Central ball. All right, here's Greenwood. Greenwood missed a couple games a week or so ago with some injuries. Destiny Jordan is fouled. She'll get 2. She's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Interesting in her free throw style. Her feet are very close together. Generally, they say you should be about shoulder width apart. Her feet are close to touching, but it certainly works for her. She's got great balance. She drops them both in cleanly. Memorial's lead is cut to 5, 20-15, 2:10 to go till halftime. And Brunette got away with a little travel there, I think. Here's Grumblat. Now to Janessa again. Moran. Brunette. She's going to get called for travel. I don't know. I didn't see it that time, but. Good defense. Fleury going left this time, and she lost the ball as a result. Fleury trying to stick with Grumblat, and she fouled her, and she hit the floor kind of hard. I'm not sure if her head hit the floor or not. Erin is still down. Trainer Dave's going to come out. Yeah, I think she may have knocked her forehead on the floor. We'll take a break right here. 2015 Memorial with 1.5 minutes till halftime. We'll come right back. All right. Ms. Fleury was able to walk off the court alongside Trainer Dave, who continues to check her out on the bench, but we have a couple of free throws as a result of the play for Lyric Grumblat, the 5'9" senior sharpshooter for Memorial. Of course, we wish the best for Erin Fleury. Grumblatt makes it 22-15 with a minute and a half to go until halftime. Looks like Jess Lewis came back on, replacing Fleury. Hobarts is on. She'll get the ball here. Emily up and over to Lewis. Cross court to Greenwood. Good catch. Greenwood running right-hander. She's fouled. She'll get 2. Foul is on Chloe Allen, her first. Team's 8. Greenwood makes 1 of 2. It's 22-16. Bartnicki off to Brunette. To Grumblatt. Swung back out to Brunette. The jumper won't go. Lewis will rebound. Brings it out herself. Down to the corner, kicks it out to Hobarts. Lewis with the jumper. The rebound to Moran. She's fouled. Is it Hamilton or is it Jordan? It is Hamilton, I believe. That'll be her first. Only the 16th foul, so here we are. 20 seconds left until halftime. Memorial with the ball and a 6-point lead. Bartnicki for 3. Rattles out. Jordan with the rebound. 10 seconds left. Time to get down and get a good look. Lewis won't take long. And it's going to roll in. A very nice bounce for the Central senior. And her shot at the buzzer makes it 22-19 at halftime. I'll be right back with the second half. Teams are back. The Memorial team was in the locker room so long that they didn't even get out to touch a basketball prior to the horn sounding. Coach Couture had a fair amount to talk to them about, apparently. See him over there talking to Arthur Adamakis, the Memorial High School principal, in the house. But Central here starts the second half with the ball down 3. It's like a zone for Memorial to begin the half. The jumper is off by Lewis. Lewis had 3 points in the first half. There's a loose pass, and Lewis comes away with it. Ryan Moran with the good stand-up defense there. Greenwood's jumper comes off the front rim, and Ryan Moran comes away with the rebound. She gets it to Gould. It's Gould, Barrientos. This is Brunette. Looks like Grumblatt and Moran for Memorial to start the second half. It's like Hobarts, Jordan, Hamilton, and Greenwood for Central. It's Barrientos scores down low. It's 24-19. Jordan gets it over to Greenwood. Memorial falls back into a 2-1-2, 1-2-2. Here's Jordan. Thinks about it. Moran steps out. Jordan now will pull the trigger. Hobart's on the weak side rebound and keeps it alive. Hamilton comes away with it, gets it to Lewis. And now here comes Brunette. Over to Grumblatt. Grumblatt takes the baseline, can't get the little runner to drop. Greenwood comes away. She snaps it over for 2 for Jordan. That comes off the back rim. And Brunette once again with the rebound. Janessa off to Moran. Moran, the reckless right-hander. Hamilton comes out with it. Gould tries to pick up a block, but Hamilton does a nice job to go out around her and lays it in, and it's 24-21. Early in the third. All right, here comes Gould. Offense tonight seems to be all generated on the either a turnover or a rebound. The set offenses aren't doing a whole lot of damage here for either team. Lewis took a little contact, missed the throw. Here's Gould. She had some room. Maybe she thought she had company coming from behind. Didn't pull the trigger. That's going to be a hell ball. It will go to Central. Now the referees tonight, Rick Willem and Mike Morgan, doing a fine job. They're discussing at the scores table who should have the possession arrow, because Central had it to start the quarter, but there must have been another held ball already that gave it to Memorial, and so the arrow went back to Central. But no, well, maybe not. Well, now it's Central ball, 4:44 mark, third quarter. I guess we're destined for a low-scoring affair. That's a great look down low to Lewis. Jordan. Jordan's left-handed offering won't drop, but she was fouled. Looks like Barrientos will pick up the foul, and I think that's her third. You can see Jess Carrier back over on the Memorial bench coming out. She's grabbing her her shoulder brace. Almost looks like she's heading back to the locker room to put it on. She was exercising her arm, flexing her arm, shoulder. Seemed like it was in pretty good shape. We may see her again. As Jordan gets them both. We will not see Erin Fleury, as she did take a blow to the forehead, I think it was, and going to have to keep an eye on her. She's not going to be ready to play again tonight. Grumblatt to the basket. She took a little bump as she released it. Again, no foul. But now there is. We'll get 2 shots for Barrientos. Who's the foul on? It is Hamilton. Her second, team's first. Central just down by 1. They scored the first basket of this game. I don't believe they've led since then. It was 7-2 at one point in the first quarter. Here comes Emma Rossi, number 15 for Memorial, a freshman. Is recently called up from the JV squad. Now we get a reach by Barrientos. That'll be her second. Oh, excuse me, that'll be her third. Elizabeth a little frustrated with that one. 5'9" sophomore. You can see her in the middle of the lane defensively here for the Crusaders. Memorial by 2. That's an ambitious pass by Hulbers, and it goes over Jordan's head. Destiny appreciates the thought. And here's Tammer. Off to Janessa.
Janessa to Ryan. And Lyric. Janessa gets it back. She'll take the jumper. Nice rebound by Rossi. And there's Grumblet. Won't drop. Looks like it's off Central. Memorial will maintain possession with 3:21 left, third quarter. Crusaders lead by 2. That was easily picked off by Jordan. And here's Greenwood, slowing it down. Jordan, Hobars, Greenwood will step in to the basket. The left-handed offering won't go. Look at Hamilton fly in for the rebound, but she's tied up by Brunette. It will go to Memorial on the possession arrow. Now wait a second. I'm so confused what's happening with this arrow. Okay, now it's going to go to Memorial. That arrow, if we could get a shot of the scores table straight across, when this ball is inbounded and touched, that's when the arrow should change. And there it goes, finally. All right. I'm not sure if maybe the scorer was changing that arrow right away before the play had been consummated. The possession had actually been consummated. And referees may have straightened that situation out as Greenwood misses another drive to the basket, but Hobart steps in, makes the interception, and gets fouled by Moran in the process. Good work by Emily. First foul on Ryan Moran, third on the team with 2.5 minutes left in the quarter. We've only had 7 points scored in the quarter. Make it 9. Jordan loses her headband. And we're tied at 25. That may be the first tie of this game. 2-2. Memorial made it 7-2. Hobarts with the rebound. Takes a dribble to get away from pressure. Smart play. Oh, look at the nice look. Greenwood to Jordan down low. And just like that, Central is ahead. 27-25. Memorial to the basket. It's Gould. Good work by the freshman Rossi to get back and break up that play, or Lewis would have had a layup. Here comes Lauren Bartnicki in for Rossi. Jordan finally finds Hamilton. Hamilton finds her back. That was sweet. And Central now leads 29-25. Just 3 points for this Memorial team. This may be their lowest output of the year if it stays there in one quarter. Yeah, Grumblat will make sure it doesn't. It's 29-27. Wide open is Hamilton. Here comes Brunette with a head of steam. She's going to pull it out. She likes to pull it out and look, especially for Lyric. This time she goes back inside and can't convert with the left hand, and Greenwood will come out with some poise. Her team leads by 2, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Ill-advised pass that time by Hobart, and it'll be a held ball. It looks like the possession arrow favors Central. excuse me, it doesn't favor Central. It favors Memorial. Now wait, now again I'm confused. Memorial went out to inbound it, but now it's Greenwood to put it inbounds. Here comes Lauren Butho, number 13, on for Central. Sophomore forward. Hobart gets it. Emily in the corner to Jess. And we have a timeout. Don't have a held ball this time. Whoever was on the floor with the ball right in front of us here for Memorial had possession when Coach Greg Cotreau called timeout. And with 11.7 seconds, it'll be Crusaders ball. Central leads by 2. I can see Erin Fleury on her feet over by the entrance with her father and trainer Dave. Good to see her up and about. Here's Lyric Grumblatt. Off to Tamara Gould. Back to Grumblatt. That was set up, but Lewis anticipated it. No foul on the second attempt. Right in front of the Memorial bench. They wanted a 3-point free throw shot. They're not going to get it. And Central grabs a 2-point lead. They put 10 points on the board here on the third quarter. Memorial just managed 5. And 29-27 Central with 8 minutes to go. Again, these two teams play in 3 weeks at the Bronstein Gym at Memorial. Gould had 8 points at halftime. Brunette had 7. Grumblatt 5 for the Crusaders. Jordan had 6. Hobart's 5 for Central. All right, and look who's going to inbound. Jess Carrier, who left this game in the first quarter with a shoulder injury. Gould with a nice lane wide open to her. She ties the game up just like that, 29. That's the start of the fourth quarter the Crusaders were looking for. Now Jordan, Barrientos on her. Oh, what a difficult pass to Greenwood. The reverse layup won't quite go. Lewis and Gould are tied up. That will give the ball to Central on the possession arrow. Hey, Mo Bilodeau in the house. Might be in your shot right now. Long time referee. Good guy. All right, Lewis to Greenwood. Jordan coming out to set a pick. Brunette gets through that. But that pass doesn't connect well to Schneiderman. And the freshman's foot is on the, or is out of bounds along the end line as she tries to keep that ball in play. All right, here's Gould. Tamara for 3. Comes all the way out to Grumblatt. Now to Brunette. Brunette's got Barrientos on the block. Now she goes away, opens that up for Janessa. Good defense by Jordan. Doesn't allow a good look at the basket, though, and here comes Central the other way. Greenwood takes a bump. They're not going to give her 2 shots. It'll be a on-the-floor foul. Only the 4th foul, I think, on the team. But the 4th foul on Elizabeth Barrientos. Coach Coutreau looking down his bench. He's going to bring Ryan Moran on. And here's Jordan doing the point guard duties. He's on the floor. Hobart does a good job to pick it up. Almost hits Hamilton in the side of the head, but she manages to catch it. And here's Lewis for 3. Seemingly out of nothing. The 3 from Jesh is a big basket. 2 minutes into the 4th quarter. Foul on Greenwood. She was battling with Lyric Grumblatt down along the baseline. Brunette tracks the inbound. Central giving up nothing in close on these inbound plays. Here's Lyric. That won't drop. She's too close. She needs to move back. And Greenwood would be wise maybe to slow this down a little bit, but Gould picks it off. Lewis is with her. She's got it. I'm not certain the foul is on Lewis, but I think it is. Yes, indeed. That was interesting. I'm sure it's hard to see on your screen, but here you could see where Tamara kind of slowed down as she got to the top of the key and then sped up and drove into the player, into Lewis. Kind of put her shoulder into Lewis's chest and ended up with the basket and the foul. As a result, the contact, you can argue, was initiated by the offensive player, but Lewis did not have set position. She was moving as well, and the defender is always going to get that foul. Savvy play by Gould. And now Greenwood finds her way in all the way to the basket, and with the left hand drops it in, returns the 3-point lead to the Little Green at the 5:13 mark. 34-31. Again, both of these teams are allowing about 40 points a game. So this has been a defensive battle. They're scoring a little over 50 per game. But it is the Big D that's ruling here tonight. Central at 8-3 lost to Merrimack 45-39, to Portsmouth 33-29, and to Bedford 52-42. A couple of those losses, I believe, are without their 5'10 junior Emily Greenwood, one of the top scorers on the team. At 11-1, the Crusaders have lost only to BG 67-51 in a game that we covered here on Manchester Public Television. All right, here's Lyric Grumblatt. Again, she kind of initiated some contact with Destiny Jordan that time. Jordan didn't reach, and no foul was called. Ball is out of bounds to Memorial. Still looking down low. Little Green continuing to do a good job defensively. Hobart gets a hand on that, trying to convince the referee that she knocked it off of Moran's knee, but he's having nothing of it. 5 minutes exactly left. Central by 3. Gould with the pink shoes. And Hamilton on her. Now Jordan comes over to help. Now Lewis. Barrientos does that's Brunette does a great job to knock that out of bounds. stop the layup. Greenwood with the inbound to Lewis. Excuse me, that's Jordan. She can't connect. Moran up top to Gould. Back to Moran. This is Carrier. To Moran in the corner, takes the baseline, the reverse layup comes off. Brunette gets the rebound. Carrier with the left hand makes it 33-34 Central. Hobarts picks up her dribble. Didn't want to get caught along that baseline or sideline. Well, that came off the back of Destiny Jordan. Be a turnover for Memorial. We're at the halfway point of this final quarter. And we got a tight one, 34-33 Central. Bartnicki with the top of the key jumper. Here comes Hamilton. She's going to take it all the way. She gets bumped, and it'll count. It's going to be on Bartnicki, I think. Indeed. Lauren picks up her first foul of the game, the 5th foul for the team. And Bree Pietranero Hamilton can make it a 4-point lead. She does not. Brunette, Hamilton on her, hands it off to Grumblatt. Greenwood has picked up the defensive duties on Grumblatt with Fleury out with the injury. And Greenwood is running the offense as well. To the basket she goes. Look at the rebound by Hobars. Lewis has it knocked out of her hands. Nice little pass to Grumblatt. She converts the layup. It was Carrier with that beautiful pass. And a timeout. Memorial. Coach Cotreau almost to the 3-point line trying to get the attention of the referee to get that timeout. And we stand at 36-35, Central by 1. Memorial, with 6 games left, including tonight, has 8-3 Pinkerton, 12-0 Merrimack, Londonderry at 5-7. Trinity is winless so far in this year, and then Central again. So they have, they don't have the easiest schedule, and they have Merrimack. Now the Merrimack game should be very important, especially if Memorial can maintain just the 1 loss. If they win here tonight and beat Pinkerton next week, because Merrimack, as I said, is playing BG tonight, and BG is very difficult to beat. It's likely that they'll beat Merrimack. That would set up the Memorial Merrimack game as the game for the 2nd place seed in the tournament. Goffstown at 10-2. Oh, look at the home run ball to Jordan. She tracks it down. Kind of aimlessly dribbling. Manages to keep it away from Brunette. Get it in the hands of Emily Greenwood. Greenwood. Her pass to Jordan couldn't get completed. Here's Memorial on the counter. Hobarts. That's an air ball from Grumblatt. And those are the shots Grumblatt needs to make. She is the shooter on this team. Senior leadership. Those are big, big shots. Scott Hobart. He's looking around. Greenwood did not want to give it to Jordan. We got a foul on Gould. 6-team foul. We'll shoot 1-1 on the next one. Free throws may end up to be very important in this game. There's a nice pass to Lewis. Jess has kind of lost the handle on it, but Hamilton got the rebound. Then she's going to get called for traveling. She shot it. She went up and caught her own rebound and went up. The Central fans are trying to convince the referee that the shot was actually blocked, and so it's legal for her to come down with the ball. I'm not so sure that's right. I think the referee probably got it right. We are at the 2:05 mark here. Central by 1 still. Here's Grumblatt. That'll come off. And again it's Lewis. Look at Jess. She's got help on the other side. This time Gould plays great defense and causes a turnover. The travel. Again, that could have been called a held ball, but I like the call. I think Gould should be rewarded for getting her hand on that ball. Ooh, Greenwood just knocked Grumblatt almost into the stands that time. I'm not sure she meant to. She may have lost her own balance and fell into her. Referees didn't call it, but Brunette got the rebound and was fouled. She'll get 2 at the line. 3rd foul on Jess Lewis. Her team is down by 1. Now we're tied. 1:31 to go. If either team can find an offensive spark, they can win this game. The defensive obviously have been very stingy. Brunette gets them both and gives her team the lead back. First time since the middle of the 3rd quarter. And Greenwood calls a timeout. Now, just then, Emily Greenwood was inbounding after a made shot. And she had the ball. She was standing almost directly behind the backboard. And that backboard acts like a defender in those circumstances. She can't make that long baseball or football pass that she has a couple of times, either one-handed or with 2 hands, the overhead, almost like an inbound in soccer. And she is a fine soccer player. But because the backboard's in the way, if she hits the back of that backboard, that's out of bounds. So she can run along the baseline after a made basket. And I believe it's true after the free throw. You see the referee will give her the ball now on the edge of the lane. Hobart doesn't quite catch it cleanly, but she's got it now. Little freshman nerves, maybe. Here's Lewis getting it across the midcourt line. Oh boy. They're gonna call the hell ball. Oh my goodness. All kinds of hands on that ball, on that arm. The possession arrow favors Memorial. So with 1:15 to go, they now have the lead. Carrier gets it to Grumblatt, who gets it to Gould. Central only has 14 fouls, so even if they foul, they need to foul about 3 or 4 times to get them on the free throw line. They're going to just play good, solid defense, hope for a turnover. I don't think Memorial's going to shoot. There's a foul. I didn't get the luxury of taking a peek over to Coach Winters. Does he want them to foul? They need to do it 2 more times to put Memorial on the line. This is a good opportunity to force a turnover on this inbound along the sideline, but Brunette comes smartly out to it. And Janessa gets it to Carrier. There's the foul by Lewis. That's 6. So now on the next one is 4 fouls on Lewis. But there's no turning back now. 1 and 1. Memorial will shoot, both teams will shoot 1 and 1 on the next foul. Jordan gets that one. Almost hits Principal Adamakis with it. But he's cool, calm, and collected over there. He's seen it all in his career. Here's Gould. 40 seconds to go. Her team leads by 1. Now we're going to get a held ball. It's going to go to Central. So without putting him at the free throw line, it's going to be Central's basketball with 30 seconds to go, down a point. That was brilliant defense by Emily Greenwood. She came out and double-teamed Gould. She was very aggressive about it because she could. If she fouled her, that's just fine. I think Greenwood only has one foul on her. So she puts her to the line to 1 and 1. If she doesn't foul her, maybe she gets the held ball or the turnover, and she did get the held ball. She gets it into Jess Lewis. Lewis snaps it over to Hamilton. Hamilton gets bumped. He's got to get fouled. Travel would be the other call, but no, it's going to be Tamara Gould with knocking her off balance. And it'll be Bree Hamilton, the junior forward, shooting 1 and 1 with her team down 1. Timeout Memorial. 22 seconds left in this one. Central scored the first basket of the game, but Memorial took right over. Had a 10-7 lead after 8 minutes, a 22-19 lead at halftime. And then towards the end of the third quarter, Central grabbed their second lead at 29-27, held on to that lead for 3 or 4 minutes, and then the teams have traded the lead throughout the fourth quarter. It's been entertaining. It hasn't been a thing of beauty, but hard fought and really tough fought, but clean fought at the same time. Featured Memorial's Jess Carrier for the second time re-injuring her shoulder. I say for the second time on this floor this year. She did it in the Christmas tournament as well, but this time she made it back and has played valuable minutes here down the stretch. But it comes down to this point, 22 seconds left. Bree Hamilton with a 1 and 1. Her team is down by 1. She's got it tied up. Hamilton with ice in her veins. Can she put her team ahead? Yes, she can. Beautiful backspin on that, no question about it. Now here's Gould. Hobar's on her. Oh, she tries to step through. It's an offensive foul. Hamilton had her ground covered. And the foul will be on Gould. 13 seconds left. I'm not sure if we're going to shoot here or not. It's an offensive foul. It doesn't look like we're going to shoot free throws. Gould has been disqualified with her 5th foul. She can't believe it. She tried to step between Hobart, who was guarding her, and Hamilton, who was down on the block. Hamilton was just standing there holding her ground. And Gould, who has initiated contact, as I've discussed earlier in today's game, initiated the contact on that one. But the problem was Hamilton was holding her ground, and it was an offensive foul. The only other call to make there was no call at all. But I would not second-guess the referees. They've done a fine job in this game, in my opinion. Rick Wilhelm and Mike Morgan. They haven't pleased everybody, and you can see the crowd here is getting bigger and bigger. The boys play after this one. And I will stay here and record that one as well for you. But with 13.6 seconds left, Central will inbound under their defensive basket. They've been having a little bit of trouble getting the ball inbounds. Greenwood called a timeout for the second time in the last couple of minutes. She doesn't seem to be so willing to go to Emily Hobarts with the ball. Hobarts has been standing open a few times, and I don't know if she's not seen her or not, but here we go. It's the home run ball to Jordan. Jordan should pick up that dribble and get it to a teammate, but she's waited and got fouled by Moran. I guess that's what she wanted. 9.8 seconds left. It's going to be 1-1. And I say she should pass it because what they really want to do is eat up the clock here, because if she misses this, it's a live ball. We're going the other way, and a 2 would win it for Memorial with 10 seconds left. But Jordan drops it in. Now Memorial would need a 3 to win if this does not go through. But I'm thinking this one is going to go through. Jordan's a good free throw shooter. And with the first one in, the second one is as well. And it's 40-37 Central with 9.8 seconds left. And Memorial's got to figure out a way to maybe get a look for Lyric Grumblatt. I don't think Carrier has three-point range. Brunette may. Gould does, but she has fouled out. Been disqualified. And Central's looking to beat their crosstown rivals here. And boy, does this set up a good game in 3 weeks when these two teams play again on the last day of the regular season. Over at Memorial. All right. So it's Bartnicki. She may have three-point range. Grumblatt is going to inbound it. She's got Jess Carrier in front of her. She's got Ryan Moran. And she's got Janessa Brunette. Let's see what Coach Cotran has drawn up here. He needs a 3. I think the chances are pretty low that they're going to go to the basket and hope for a foul. Here's Carrier. Now they want a timeout. 4.2 seconds, 4.1 seconds off the clock to get the ball inbounded here at midcourt. Now with one pass, they can turn and shoot. 5.7 seconds to go. We already saw at the end of the third quarter, I think it was, as Sierra Banks is checking in for Memorial, we saw Lyric come around the baseline and get to a spot right in front of the Memorial bench for a three-point opportunity. She didn't convert that one, but that may be the play here. She could start at the top of the key or over on this side and then wrap around underneath the basket. Look for the catch and shoot. She could, of course, start over here, fake towards the baseline, come around the top, and have the same opportunity at the top of the key. It'll be Sierra Banks to inbound. Grumblatt starting on the block on this side. Greenwood with her. Keep an eye on her. She goes baseline. Now she stops. It's Carrier. The left-handed 3 goes! And we're going to overtime. Oh, what a big basket for the junior guard, Jess Carrier. She is left-handed. I don't mean to make that a major point, but it was almost like they used Grumblatt as a decoy because she made that move that I described along the baseline. They tried to pick, I believe it was Brunette, tried to set a pick for her, but Greenwood got her way through that and took Grumblatt out of the picture. And then overcame Carrier, Carrier to recognizing that they needed a second option. She got the ball on that left side, set her feet, hoisted it up with a beautiful backspin, dropped it through, and tied this game up at 40. And we'll have a jump ball, but the referees want them to go in the proper direction. Little wry smile on his face. Greenwood knocking it all the way to the basket for Jordan. She's got it. Now that was designed right off the training ground. And Central jumps out to a 2-point lead here with 4 minutes on the clock. Here's Carrier. Hands it off. Grumblatt. Grumblatt's been decent going to the basket tonight too. Jordan gets a piece of that, but it's loose. Picked up by Burnett. I think travel's going to be the call. It is. And I don't know if fatigue's starting to set in out there, but game looks a little sloppy right there. Let's see if Greenwood has a home run pass in her. Got Bartnicki to the corner. Goes there. Gets it right back. That's the smart play. You don't want to get trapped in that corner. Oh, look at the look down low. Greenwood finds Jordan again. And Destiny drops the little bunny in. It's 44-40. A minute into the overtime. 3 to go. Brunette off to Carrier. To Brunette, the jumper. Got it. Greenwood this time to Lewis. Lewis, long pass to Hamilton. She catches it. She's traveled. Memorial ball, down 2. Here's Lyric Grumblatt. Off to Ryan Moran. Back to Lyric. Lyric can't shake Greenwood. Brunette gets it to Moran. To Carrier. Back to Brunette. In the lane where she likes to operate. Left-handed this time. Leaves it short. Oh, they're kind of stumbling over each other. The referee's not going to blow the whistle on that. Grumblatt for 3. Greenwood tracks the rebound down in the corner. Her team leads by 2 with 1:45 to go. Lewis, I don't know that Coach Winters likes that shot. Somehow Central came up with the rebound, and now they get the out-of-bounds play. Little assist to the ref from Mark Telge underneath the basket. Fine player in his day. All right, Hobart's out to Jordan. Corner to Greenwood. Got Lewis on top. Now Lewis will go away, and Greenwood will bring it up top. Off to Emily. Hobarts gets jumped by Brunette. Ooh, she gets knocked by Barrientos. No foul. Barrientos with 5. Greenwood got the size and the strength just to kind of hold off the defender. The freshman Hobarts, not quite so much. Little stutter step by Greenwood. Grumblatt comes over and helps defensively, and that ball just goes flying out of bounds. Tough to see what exactly happened from here on that one. Again, the referee swallowed the whistle. This place is electric here right now. Memorial down 2. 50 seconds left in the overtime. There's Brunette for 2. Hamilton with the rebound and a smart pass to get it out of there. Hobarts, though, took 2 dribbles and picked it up. That wasn't good. But it was for Memorial, as we have Brunette intercepting the pass, dropping the 2 in, and the scoreboard's gone kablooey. That should have tied the game up at 44. We were inside of a minute. We had maybe 40 seconds left. Score shows 0-0 with 2 minutes. And the referees are going to sort this out at the scoreboard. I don't know if Peter Lally got excited and kicked the plug out again or what, but we got a scoreboard issue. Oh my. Well, the referees want to let the players decide this game. There have been 2 or 3, maybe 4 opportunities for them to blow the whistle and call a foul on rebounds, on drives to the basket. But they haven't. They've let it play, and all in all, it's been even. A couple went Central's way and a couple went Memorial's way, in my opinion. And Coach Winters and Coach Cotroers are over talking with the referees. Coach Winters doesn't look particularly happy. It should be Central ball with about 30 seconds to go. Back more or less at the location of Memorial's bench. We're staring at double overtime, but we shall see what happens. It'll be interesting to see how many seconds they put up on the clock. They do put 44 up for the score. Crowd continues to come on in anticipation of the boys game that will follow this one. I guess it's going to be inbounded under the basket, I guess as if after a made basket. So Central set up in their 1-4 inbounding set. We're not ready to put this ball in play yet because the clock isn't ready. I'm not sure if they're going to reset everything. Maybe it is going to be 50 seconds. That sounds like a lot to me. But they just reset the period. I don't know if they're going to put the fouls up. And I don't know if it's going to adjust that 50 seconds. Referee's coming on the floor. The whistle's blown. It's going to be 50 seconds. A lot of time left. Greenwood had Hamilton. Ended up going to Lewis. Lewis has got it over the midcourt. Knocked away by Grumblet and stolen. Here's Brunette. Now Memorial with a chance to grab the lead as we get to the 30-second mark here in the first overtime. Jess Carrier going right. Looking for Grumblat. Scudder. Carrier gets it back. Carrier running left-hander. Won't drop. Barrientos comes in and keeps the rebound alive, and it's a held ball with Carrier and the 2 or 3 Central players. The possession arrow will favor Memorial, and we get a timeout on the Memorial bench with 15.7 seconds left and a tie ball game. Well, Central came out for the overtime with a set play, and Emily Greenwood knocked it down all the way towards their offensive basket where Destiny Jordan was expecting it, and she laid it in, gave Central a very quick lead, 2-point lead in the overtime. They managed to get the next basket as well, but Memorial has clawed their way back, and in fact, those are the only points. We've only had 8 points, 4 for each team here in the overtime. Memorial has the ball. They're having a very difficult time getting a good look at basket for their best scorer, Lyric Grumblatt. To tie the game at the end of regulation, it ended up in the hands of Jess Carrier, and she dropped in the three. It looks like it'll be Ryan Moran to inbound it. Here we go. Carrier again. Into Brunette. Brunette's wildly off. 10 seconds left. Grumblatt to the basket. Oh, she takes a knock. I think it's going to be on Greenwood. The shot came off, but Lyric will get two. Indeed, it's on Emily. I think that's her second. 6.5 seconds. Let's call that her third. 6.5 seconds for the sharpshooter for Memorial, and she's got the first one. That gives her team the lead. Only 6.5 seconds, hardly enough time to get it up the court and call timeout. Central's got to go, or call timeout right away. And they do. Well, Lyric Grumblatt, with ice in her veins, drops in the 2 free throws. She had 5 points at halftime, but she gives her team a 2-point lead here, and we've got 6. We had a half a second run off the clock just then. Doesn't seem like it should have. Especially if they have it, you can see the referee holding the ball under the basket. That is generally where the ball will be inbounded. So that half second really should go back up on the clock. Doesn't seem right. If it doesn't, then Central should be able to inbound further up the court, to my way of thinking. There doesn't seem to be any discussion about that. Peter Lally running the clock isn't calling the referees over. All right, it's going to be Jordan to inbound. If they want the ball, here comes Lewis down. They want it in Greenwood's hands. Go. Emily should just go. Well, they're going to give it back to Jordan. She needs to shoot it. That'll do it. Memorial's going to get out of here with a 46-44 win in overtime and move to 12-2. A terrific game. Tough to assign a loser to this one. These girls gave it their all. But thanks to a last-second regulation 3 from Jess Carrier and some good free throw shooting at the end by Lyric Grumblatt, Memorial comes away with the win. We'll leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. I'm Peter Capano. We'll see you next time on Manchester Public Television Services Game of the Week.